While the broad market has been quite choppy this year, 6 ETFs that I have taken a look at have been actually doing really good in 2026. And today we're going to break down those 6 ETFs that are just crushing it in 2026. And the cool thing is, one of them is up over 27% year to date. And if you're wondering where the smart money is going, well, take a look at these 6 ETFs.
This video is purely educational content and should not be considered personal finance advice. I'm not a licensed financial advisor and I don't know your financial situation, risk tolerance, or even investment goals. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results, and always do your own research and consider consulting with a qualified financial professional before making any investment. Alright, let's get on to the video.
Hey guys, my name is Steve and I run the Frugal Expat website where we try to help you to save more and invest better. And today we are diving deep into 6 ETFs that are crushing it in 2026. And is it time to buy, or is it time that you have already missed the the big ups and downs of the market? But let's get down to it and let's show you guys which one could be the one that you may want to add to your portfolio. Now let's first talk about why these ETFs are outperforming the rest of the market. Well, the market has had some ups and downs, and if you are able to stomach the volatility, well, maybe you are having less gray hairs than I am and having less whites than I got my beard. But seriously, let's talk about it. First of all, people are kind of afraid of AI. People are afraid that maybe it may take over their jobs and maybe these softwares could become obsolete. And that's why you see a huge drop in maybe in Microsoft. You're seeing huge drops in other software companies. And this could be something that could be on your radar. But if we're looking at some other sectors that are doing well, first of all, energy is doing really well. Momentum factor ETFs are probably doing some of the best if they are rotating every month, every quarter. And some of the sectors actually doing surprisingly very well, like small caps, maybe some internationals, and even some semiconductors. So we're going to talk about these. We're going to talk about which ones could be ones that you want to add to your portfolio. Our first ETF we're going to talk about is XLE, which is the Energy Select Sector Spider Fund. And this one is up 23% year to date. Now, XLE is a great ETF if you're tracking energy and you want to have a piece of the energy sector. In 2025, it was up 7.88%. In 2026, it is up over 23%. Now, this ETF tracks not only petrol machines, as in companies like Chevron and Exxon, but it also tracks the modes of production, the equipment, and anything in between that deals with energy. And so this sector ETF is getting a good piece of the entire energy sector. So you're getting ExxonMobil, Chevron, ConocoPhillips, you're getting some of these great energy companies, and you're getting the exposure to the S&P 500 energy companies in particular. Now, what could be boosting these? Well, of course, you have geopolitical tensions going on. There's possibility of some things going on with Iran. You have all these companies are having huge cash flows, which they are giving those dividends back to their shareholders. And then there's also share buybacks and also the rotation out of growth and into stable industries. And so those could be some things that are making the energy sector kind of boom. Now, a lot of these have some kind of attractive yields like Exxon and Chevron with anywhere between 3 to 5% yields. And so a lot of people looking for those dividends are kind of diving into these energy companies. Now, the risk of this ETF is the energy sector is quite cyclical, because some years they'll be bad, some years they'll be very good. And so you have to deal with that volatility that could happen with this energy sector. Now, is this a great buy for 2026? Well, yes, I've been watching this ETF go from anywhere between 15% all the way up to 23%. Will it continue? Quite possibly. Will it go down? Quite possibly. So that's just a thing you need to look at. If you're looking for something that's different and kind of diversifying your portfolio, or trying to dive deep into those sectors that are doing really well, XLE could be a great ETF to add to your portfolio. Our next ETF is schd. Now, schd is the Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF. This ETF tracks the Dow Jones 100 Dividend Index, which gives you 100 different companies that are paying some great dividend yield, have a good 10 years of paying consecutive dividends, and it has some great sectors within it. Now, the reason this one is up could be because energy. We just talked about XLE and how this is doing. Now, schd has about 21% in energy, and it's also got about 16% in those consumer staples. So right now, this ETF is up over 15% year to date, and it could continue to go up, or with the March reconstitution, it could kind of falter and go a little bit down. Well, we don't know what's going to happen in March, but we can guess that it may get rid of a little bit of energy, add in some financials, and possibly kind of boost some of those healthcare. But we will see what will happen with the rest of the March reconstitution. Now, SCHD does have a very attractive yield of about 3.3%, giving you guys some pretty good dividends. It's got a low cost of 0.06%, meaning it's pretty a low cost for its expense ratio. Now, this ETF has been down in the past, but it's doing really well in 2026, and smart money has been diving into this. When tech is down, you can always look at the average like, oh, SCHD is up. But when tech is back up, SCHD dives down. So make sure if you're looking to buy some, buy it on the dip, or continue to buy and hold for the long term. Now with this ETF, you do have Texas Instruments, Lockheed Martin, and Chevron making some of the top three. You also have some Coca-Cola in this, and some great companies like Merck as well. And so this ETF is doing very well for the future. And so if you wanted to dive into a dividend ETF, well, SCHD could be the ETF to add to your portfolio. Our next ETF is AVUV, which is the Avantis Small Cap Value ETF. Right now, it is up about 11.36%, and it may not be as big as some of the other names on this list, but if you're looking for some small caps and you're looking for some value small caps, AVUV is one of the best out there. Now it's actively managed, so it's got a little bit higher of an expense ratio of 0.25%, but with this 0.25%, it is not the most expensive on this list. Now what it does is it does kind of a thing, kind of like a Warren Buffett thing. It looks at some small cap value companies that are very advantageous and that they could dive into and allow them to grow the entire portfolio. Now, some years it's done really well, and some years it has not. And over the course of the long term of the stock market, small caps have outperformed large caps, but it also has more risk. So some years you're looking at companies that may crash and burn, while the stability of the large caps will continue to grow for the future. Now, if there are some rate cuts coming in 2026, you're going to see small caps do much better, as there's going to be more free cash coming into those companies to grow and grow and grow. So if you're looking for something that has a little bit, some small caps, probably not all the large caps companies or the S&P 500, AVUV could be a great ETF to add to your portfolio. I have it in mind. You could possibly have it in yours. Many people are looking for different income sources, and that could be through stocks, bonds, crypto, covered calls, options. There are all sorts of things that people are looking into. And one place some people may not be looking into is running a business. Now, you may be thinking that's going to take 40 hours a week. But what if I told you if you could run maybe an Amazon FBA or Walmart FBA using another company, and it could be all hands off? Would you be interested? Now, that brings us to today's sponsor, Limits Express. Limits Express is a company that's helping people to set up Amazon FBA, Walmart FBA, and allowing you guys to have some of that hands-off experience. They supply the supplies, they send them to Walmart or Amazon, and the cool thing is they don't get paid unless you make a profit. And so that's one of the coolest things. So they're selling like Colgate, Dove soap, or even Nike socks. I set up my own Walmart FBA with them, and they helped me go through every single step. They gave me spreadsheets, they showed me the products they're selling, and the cool thing was everything flew off the shelves. And now I'm making profit. And so what I wanted to show you guys is a way you guys can make your own secondary, thirdary, or even some other source of income. And it could be so hands-off that you just need to use Limits Express. If you're thinking about wanting to start your own company and wanting to do this with Limits Express, I'm going to leave a link in my description and my pinned comments. It is going to allow you to have a 30-minute phone call with Kyle, one of the co-founders, so he can go over some options to help you start one out. All right, if you like this, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and let's get back to the video. Our next ETF is PSI, which is the Invesco Dynamic Semiconductors ETF. Now, this ETF tracks a dynamic semiconductor index. So it's got about 30 different semiconductor companies within that portfolio. Now, the cool thing about this one is up over 28%, or at least quite close to 28%, like 27.9 something percent. Now, if I took a look at the 1 year performance compared to some of those classic great semiconductor companies, 1 year it's up 78.8%. SMH, which is one of my favorites, is up 72%. SOXX, which is a great comparison to SMH, is only up 66%. And that's a 1 year return. So basically from today's date, the whole year, it is crushing it. Now, it may look at some different things. So it's a dynamic semiconductor ETF. So it's looking at momentum factor of these companies. So if companies like an Nvidia, that's been flat for like 4 to 5 months, maybe even 6 months, is not doing so well, but SMH has it as one of the top holdings and PSI does not, then you're gonna have some of the other ones that are kind of skyrocketing right now. Companies that are skyrocketing right now are like Micron. Micron is the top holding in PSI right now. Then you have Lam, you have Intel, but then you have other companies like Nvidia and AMD a part of this ETF that makes it such a great semiconductor ETF, and you can see why it's soaring. So it's like a momentum base, like an SPMO, but with semiconductors. So Invesco has done it again. They have created a great ETF that's starting to see some of those momentum trends within the semiconductor industry. Now, is this my favorite semiconductor ETF? No, but this one is soaring and it's beating my SMH. So that's okay. Now, it does have an expense ratio of 0.56%. So it costs $56 for every $10,000 invested. So this one could be a great one for you to add to your portfolio. Our next ETF is going to be FMTM, and FMTM is the market desk focused US momentum ETF. And year to date right now, it's up over 14%, and this one started in late March of 2025, and since that it has been up about 47%. So this ETF is one of those great momentum ETFs that's starting to boom on the market. Now, it does have an expense ratio of 0.45%, meaning it costs $45 for every $10,000 invested, but it is a momentum focused ETF, and what it is doing is not like a 6 month rotation or a quarter rotation. It's looking at kind of those monthly rotations, seeing which ones could be a great fit for the portfolio and which ones are probably rotating out. Now, unlike some other momentum ETFs, it doesn't hold as many stocks, so it's quite concentrated, and it's got about 30 different companies within its portfolio, making it very concentrated and looking at momentum factor indexing and momentum factor kind of those mathematics to see which companies could be the best ones to hold for this portfolio. So it's looking at price momentum, earnings momentum, and quality momentum. Some of the top companies within this portfolio are Nucor, FedEx, and Alphabet. Now, this one does focus, like I said, on some more concentrated ones, so it's looking for those winners, and we have seen that momentum has done really well in the last couple years. SPMO is a great momentum factor ETF that tracks about 100 different companies, and everybody was talking about in 2025. In 2026, FMTM is taking some of that crown and some of that fame, and so if you're looking for maybe a different momentum factor ETF, FMTM could be that one. Now, is it one that I want to get? Well, I don't know. I don't really like the expense ratio, but the performance is doing pretty well. So it could be one that you want to take a look at and maybe add to your portfolio. Now, our last ETF is going to be VYMI, which is the Vanguard International High Dividend ETF. Now, this ETF has had some good news recently because, people are still diving money into the international market, and it's doing pretty well. Vanguard recently has lowered its expense ratio. It had a 0.17%. Now it's got a 0.07%. So you're saving about $10 for every $10,000 invested. So that's about $7 for every $10,000 invested for the expense ratio, which means more money in your pocket. The cool thing about this ETF, it's got about 1,500 different companies that are non-US companies. It's taking a look at high dividend paying companies within the global world. And as people are putting money more into internationals, this one is taking advantage. In 2025, it was up 35 to 38%. And in 2026, it is up about 11 to 12%. Now, this ETF is doing pretty good year to date. So if you're looking for international dividend exposure to your portfolio, VYMI is one of my favorites, and this one could be one that you add to your portfolio. Now, some of the companies that is in it is like Nestle, HSBC, Toyota, and so these could be companies that you may want to add to your portfolio, but you didn't want to add them individually, so an ETF could be a great way to add them to your portfolio. Now, this one does have some pretty good dividend yield of anywhere between 3.3 all the way to 3.7. It's had a 5-year dividend growth rate of around 11%. So this is growing its dividend. It's got a good dividend yield, and the companies in it keep it stable and diversified. And so if you're looking for something else, looking for some value, looking for maybe something that could help hedge you when the US currency is going down but other currencies are going up, VYMI could be a great ETF to add to your portfolio. We just talked about 6 different ETFs that are soaring 2026, and these are some that are factor focused, some that are focusing on semiconductors, energy, dividends, international momentum. So you have so many different focuses, and they're doing really well in 2026. When you look at the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ, you're seeing, oh, VOO maybe down, maybe 1% or less. The NASDAQ's down 2 to 3%. And some of these things are kind of getting you worried. Well, there are definitely ETFs out there that are doing really well. There's this value-focused small caps. There's value-focused dividend ones like schd. There's the energy one like XLE, semiconductors like PSI, SMH is doing pretty well too. And so you have some great ETFs out there. Now, if you have some other ETFs that are soaring and doing well, leave them in the comments. Let's talk about if you own any of these ETFs, and if you have some great ones to suggest to me. I'm always looking at the comments, seeing which ones I could dive into. I found FMTM through some comments. I found PSI through some comments, and now we have a great video to share with you guys. So leave them in the comments, and remember to check out this video right here. All right, and I'll see you guys in our next video.